My name is Olivia Aguiar. I'm on the women's soccer team, and you're watching Clan TV, home of Canada's NCAA team.
Hi, I'm Christian Berger from the football team. You're watching Clan TV, home of Canada's NCAA team.
And welcome everybody to the West Gym here at Simon Fraser University. A fine Thursday evening to you all. It's time for GNAC women's basketball on Clan TV. I'm your play-by-play broadcaster Howard Samara. I'll be joined by my play-by-play analyst Zahid Valley Hashem prior to opening tip. And again, a tip of the hat to our producer-engineer Gabriel Lynn, who's got us on the air once again on a Thursday night here at the top of Burnaby Mountain, Canada's, or we should say the only NCAA team not hailing from the United States. They are the Simon Fraser University Clan. Today at 5-5 set to host the Concordia Cavaliers of Portland. Cavaliers' first GNAC trip to Burnaby Mountain. And should be an entertaining contest. The Clan coming off of a hard road swing the past couple of weekends, and they're happy to be home with that 5-5 record back in the cozy confines of the West Gym. Simon Fraser University, as we mentioned, spending a majority of time away from the West Gym. So good to have them back and see how things happen overall for a team that's sitting with a 7-8 overall record, the Simon Fraser University Clan. Some thoughts today. Elisa Homer, obviously, having a great breakout season in her sophomore campaign, her redshirt sophomore campaign with the Clan, and she will play tonight. I know there was some thought that perhaps Homer would be sitting this game out, having some problems in the eye area, some infection or of the like, but she's got that all ironed out apparently with the contact lenses and will be able to play because she is leading this team at 16.1 points per game. The, as we say, the redshirt sophomore swing person out of Hansworth Secondary in North Vancouver, having a great season for the Simon Fraser Clan. As well, some good news to report on Ellen Kett, remaining the #1 shooter from three-point range in all of NCAA Division II basketball, and there's a bit of a caveat there. She's not only the leading percentage shooter among women in Division II basketball, you can add the men in there as well. And as I read in an article in tomorrow's Vancouver Province newspaper, she's the third highest three-point shooting percentage shooter in all of Division I and II basketball combined. Player from Oklahoma on the men's side, a player from Maryland on the women's side with the top two spots, and then our very own Ellen Kett out of Melbourne, Australia, having a terrific season, shooting the ball from three-point range and coming into the game today at 53.4% from beyond the three-point arc. Also leading the conference in assists, so a great breakout season for the junior. Some of the other Clan players we want to let you know about that are really stepping up and getting the job done. I have to let you know about Alicia Roberts. She started all 51 games and she's averaging 31 minutes. A transfer out of Pepperdine and at York House Secondary School in Vancouver, 11.8 points per game. So second on the team in scoring. Kett is third at 11.3. And Rachel Fradgley, the forward, in her second season now, also 15 starts in 15 games, is averaging 11 points and 8 rebounds per game for the Simon Fraser Clan. The Clan, as we mentioned, a tough road swing with losses at both Western Washington and Montana State Billings. 69-58 was the score at Western Washington, and 67-62 the loss to Montana State Billings. So clearly the Clan would like to get back into the win column. They had won 3 straight prior to that and 4 of their last 5. So some great momentum built, and that 4-5 streak started with an 88-66 win over Concordia in Portland on January the 2nd. We'll be getting you the starters in a couple of minutes here. Some of the information about this Concordia team. Look at the standings as they sit currently in Concordia with a lot of catch-up to do as we reach the midway point of the season here. Concordia sitting at 2-8, last place and tied with Western Oregon, and it's going to be the Wolves from Western Oregon in town on Saturday. That a 5:15 game, the start of a doubleheader here. It's going to be Pink Day at Simon Fraser University. A game played in support of fundraising and awareness for breast cancer research, and what a great cause that will be. And if you're going to get out and support the Simon Fraser Clan, that'll be a good day to do it. Saturday, 5:15 against Western Oregon. Of course, the men also set to play. They will They will be facing Montana State Billings, I believe it is, in a 7:30 start. Both of those games live here on Clan TV. So if you can't make it out to the West Gym, and we certainly hope you can, it will be a doubleheader of action from Clan basketball on Saturday. Looking at some of the numbers here from Concordia. Coming into the game, leading the way in scoring is Sierra Dean, averaging 12.6 points per game. She's the only double-figure scorer on this Concordia team, which is 4-14 overall. They've had their share of struggles, sitting with a 1-5 record away from home from the Rose City. So Concordia, a chance for Simon Fraser, obviously one they need to take advantage of tonight to get back into the win column here in the GNAC. And you saw those standings. It will be a essential weekend here for Simon Fraser. Two games over the next 3 days, beginning right here with Concordia and continuing Saturday with a chance for the Clan to climb a couple games over 500 in the GNAC. We're getting set now for the anthems here at the West Gym. And once those do, we will take a brief break and join you for the player introductions and the opening tip. And we will do that right now. Howard Smurray here, Clan TV, back after the playing of the anthems.
Concordia University Cavaliers and your Simon Fraser University Clan. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as we join Megan Dowling in the singing of the Star Spangled Banner and O Canada.
And the singing of O Canada and the Star Spangled Banner, Megan Daly, the manager of the Simon Fraser Clan. The rendition of both songs here for the crowd at the West Gym. We're getting ready for the player introductions. And joined now by my broadcast partner, our analyst here on Clan TV. It's Zahid Valley Hashem. And Z, the lights are out. They're introducing these players, and we'll get to the Concordia players in just a minute. But Simon Fraser had a real tough swing. They actually played 4 straight games on the road. And I know that they came off of a couple of pretty close losses. So this team now, with back-to-back games against 2-8 teams, you got to think this is an opportunity for them to make some ground in the standings.
Absolutely, Howard. They played well the first 2 games on the road. Taking down St. Martin's on the road, and then unfortunately, losing to cross-border rival Western Washington, and then the longest road trip they'll make to Montana at Billings. But being at home, facing a team that's not highly ranked in the standings, but I think it's definitely an opportunity for them to come out, play hard, and get a W tonight.
Yeah, it's got to be. They've got to come out strong and focused. And I'll tell you, the player they just introduced for Simon Fraser University, Elisa Homer, wearing number 4, the redshirt sophomore from Hansworth Secondary in Vancouver. She's leading this team in scoring, 16.1 points per game. Great breakthrough in her sophomore year.
Definitely, and she had a lights-out game the other. I can't remember exactly.
Seattle Pacific, I think it was,
game, but I think she had ended up with 9 3-pointers that she had, and that's unbelievable. I think she's 9 of 18 herself from 3, which some teams won't even hit those marks, and to see her hit that on her own. But kudos to her; she's having a phenomenal year. And obviously, another player that we're going to focus on today would be Ellen Kett. Obviously, had a piece in the paper that you put together this morning, so that was nice.
Those numbers are amazing. She's the leading scorer, men's and women's combined, a 3-point percentage shooter in Division II basketball. So we will be calling Ellen Kett's number. She's wearing number 5, and you guys will see her tonight, the native of Melbourne, Australia. Maybe you can bring us up to date on the starters. I don't even know who the Concordia starters are yet, Z. Maybe you can bring us up to date there.
So on the floor for SFU is going to start as the guard position. We're going to have, of course, who we just talked about, Elisa Homer and Ellen Kett, along with Alicia Roberts, the Pepperdine transfer. He's going to start in the backcourt for us, and then up front we have number 11, Rachel Fragile, and number 20, Samantha Beauchamp, starting in the forward positions. And then for Concordia, we have number 12, Erin Higby, and Bailey Cartwright, number 12 and 25 respectively at forward. And then at guard we have Lexi Campbell, number 21. Number 24 is Brianna Smith, and number 40 is Keisha Sarman.
Keisha Sarman, number 40, and the opening tip goes to Simon Fraser University. Our game sponsored by the Keg Steakhouse and Bar. And as we move into the Concordia zone, Kett's going to put up a triple to start. It's going to go off the side iron, and the battle for the rebound goes to Concordia. Bringing the ball up, number 25 is Cartwright, Bailey Cartwright. Interesting that Coach Langford today starting Beauchamp and Fragile, the two bigs on the floor. Interesting combination there, and we'll see how they work together in the early going, really taking a lot of space away from this Concordia team, a jump ball early.
Going to stay the same way on that jump ball, and it's going to be Concordia possession. 11 on the shot clock here at the baseline inbound.
Well, we'll pay close attention to Fragile and Beauchamp together. They came in as pure freshmen last year, each got the starts, some good minutes last year. Now to see them both on the floor, we'll see how much space they can eat up inside. They're affecting the defense nicely, but they get a shot from the baseline by number 12, Erin Higby. A 2-0 lead for the visitors from Portland, Concordia.
It'll be interesting how these teams play each other. I mean, it's like the first time they played Concordia. Obviously, the new kid on the block in the GNAC, coming over from the NAIA, and their first meeting here. And then obviously they'll play again down in Portland in the coming weeks.
Roberts with the entry down low, and again number 25 playing a role, and that's Bailey Cartwright. She gets a steal, brings it over half court, and quickly over to number 40, Keisha Sarman, a freshman out of Union, Oregon. In the half court now, the Cavaliers, it's number 24, Brianna Smith. Cartwright thought about it. Nice move to the basket there, pursued by Fragile. Ball out of bounds, going to stay with the Cavaliers, and just like the last time, 11 on the shot clock. Sarman with the inbounds pass. Going underneath, and good job there by Fragile. Second chance opportunity is there, though. The Clan dodge a bullet and get it over half court. Roberts. Here's the three from Elisa Homer. Nice arc on the shot, just a bit too strong on the shot, and the Clan still scoreless here in the early going. Jumper on the baseline again, and again right from the same spot, it's Higby again, the freshman out of Spokane. Has knocked down a couple of medium-range jumpers on the baseline, 4-0 Concordia. Cavaliers off to a nice start here. Three-pointer is going to miss, and I think they're 0 for 3 now from beyond the arc. This Clan team, which is number 2 in scoring in the GNAC. It's coming in with a 5-5 record on the year. Smith calls the reset there on the offense, and Sharman now back up top to Higbee. Jumper from the far side is going to roll in. They got a very friendly roll there, and they're going to count the basket there for number 24, Brianna Smith.
The Clan in a little bit of an early hole here. Concordia opening up 3 for 5, and now that's the Clan's 4th miss of the game. They chose to go inside this time. Obviously, the first 3 shots were 3 corners, but looking to maybe see if they can get some points inside, but that one didn't fall.
Didn't fall for Fradgley, and here comes Concordia again. Great pursuit of that loose ball, and you have to love the effort there from number 40, Sarman. But the Clan able to rip it away and come down the floor. They need to break this offensive front in a hurry here, trailing 7-0.
A couple of subs each way coming to report in at the scores table here.
So we'll see some changes for the Clan at the next stoppage. Here's Fradgley again without the ball. Nice catch and shoot effort is not going to fall. And as Z mentioned, scoreless draw, but Beauchamp able to chase down that loose ball. 0 for 6 now from the field are the Clan. They get it to Roberts. They reset inside to Sam. And they'll work it around the horn here to Roberts. Kent being covered. Nice dribble drive. Skip underneath and a great pass there for the basket underneath by Fradgley. Great job there by Kent playing off her shooting ability. Puts it on the deck and a great skip pass underneath for the layup. Higbee this time. Turnaround up and under move. Pass to a teammate, they swing the ball nicely, and it goes right back to Higbee. They'll feed the corner for the jumper, and this time off the mark with number 25, Bailey Cartwright. Simon Fraser looking to build on that last score. Patient in the half court here. Homer to Kett. Back up to Fradgley on the top, and Rachel tries to drive to the basket. She's going to draw some contact and a foul there. And that's Bailey Cartwright getting called for the foul. Lots of changes here for the Clan, and we'll let you know who they are right now. It's going to be number 2, Vanessa G, number 10, Fiona Beals, and the sophomore Sophie Swant out of Argyle High School in North Vancouver. Changes also for Concordia. Nakaya Lashur, one of them, number 20. Here's Roberts hoisting the 3, and she knocks it down. Alicia Roberts, coming off a 20-point effort in her last game, knocks down the triple here, cuts it to 7-5, and good recovery by Simon Fraser.
Yeah, and they're right back in this, obviously, starting out down 7, and quick 2 and a nice 3 there by Roberts to kind of spark things for the Clan and get them back in this game down 7-5 now.
And let's see what energy the bench players can bring for the Simon Fraser Clan, and they are hustle energy players. Roberts with the basketball. Vanessa G, Sophie Swant, and Fiona Beals are those players. A steal of the ball, though, at half court. It's going to result in the easy deuce there. Roberts surrendering the ball to Brianna Smith, and she makes no mistake. That'll make it 9-5 here.
Yeah, it was a tough turnover, a one-on-one, just bringing the ball up the court casually, and got her pocket picked, and easy 2 the other way.
Here's Kett for 3. She's off the mark. The Clan will lukewarm from the outside. Here's Beals, though, getting it back. Nice play by Fiona to a cutting. Whistle does blow as the contact underneath comes to Alicia Roberts. We got a timeout on the floor. We will stick with you through this timeout. And we should let you know immediately that the Big Pink game is happening on Saturday. And it's the annual Pink game. It's, as we mentioned, Saturday, January the 30th, and the Clan will host the Western Oregon Wolves here in the West Gym. An online donation site is available. Lots of exciting activities are planned for the event, as well as an amazing amount of prizes. You can also purchase a Pink Game t-shirt for $15. All proceeds going to the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation. All the details for the event online, athletics.sfu.ca/WBB Pink Game. The place to look for details on a very, very important cause here from the Simon Fraser Clan women's basketball team. Some of the numbers that we can let you know about early in this game, and Simon Fraser, as we look at some of these replays, here's a 3-pointer being made by Roberts, but it was one of only 2 thus far. Simon Fraser, 2 of 9 from the field and 1 of 6 from beyond the 3-point arc. So I don't know, Z, what you think about establishing something of an inside game here to go with that.
I think that would be a good idea after they started out 0 for 3 from the three-point line, and a couple looks they've got down into Bradley. But they're not. There's an even size match in the post, but I think it's still something that they need to, feed the post and see what they can gather out now, and maybe work an inside-outside game and maybe get some looks from outside there.
Well, they love the three ball, and they go off it off the set play in the baseline inbounds. Coming out of that timeout, Homer can't knock it down. Keeps it at 9-5. Very young group on the floor for Simon Fraser right now. Ket, the junior, is the senior statesman out there. Had her view obscured there by the officials, but I believe that was number 5, McKenna Daly, with the basket underneath. So Concordia has been pretty consistent underneath, finding ways to score the basketball. Here's G with a driving kick to Ket, and Ellen knocks it down. Ket, here she is shooting 53.4% from three-point range coming into this game. And Ket makes it look so easy.
Yeah, she's not someone you want to leave open if you're Concordia, and I'm sure they've got that as part of their scouting report. But unfortunately, a nice screen there set to free her up and give her the open three.
Yeah, you're right. It was a nice screen to set her. And 8-11 is the score. 11-8, check that. A one-possession lead here right now. A lot of changes on the floor for Concordia. Tough job handling the ball, and that is why Sophie Swant was recruited by SFU for those gutsy, intangible type plays. Great steal of the ball to get her team into the half court. And here's Homer teeing it up for three, and Elisa Homer knocking down the three, and Sophie Swant needs to get a tip of the hat there for a great defensive play to get her team into its half court set.
And the Clan, after starting 0 for 3 from 3, have now gone 3 of 6, so they're 3 of 9 total, but nice to see them shoot 50% since the funk that started.
You're right, Z. They are on fire right now from downtown, doing a great job there. Concordia putting up the jumper, and they're going to hit it too. They are here and they're making shots. That's number 15, Sierra Dean, a sophomore out of Tacoma, Washington, Curtis High School, knocking down the jump shot there. Here's Swant, pivoting at the top to Ket. Ellen driving in the paint, wants to go with the scoop shot off the window, is going to be dispossessed of the ball underneath. And we'll see what happens. 13-11 is the score from Concordia. No foul on the play, but it did go off a Concordia player, so Simon Fraser was 17 on the shot clock, inbounding the ball. They'll go right underneath to Sophie Swant. The turnaround shot, unlucky not to score, but great job underneath by Rachel Fradley. Points in the paint will have been rare here for the Clan in the opening quarter of play, but Fradley with a follow there to get the 2 and tie the game. Drive on the baseline, cut off, and Fradley is going to end up getting a block. Ball recovered by Swant over to Ket. Vanessa G now with the basketball. Ket again working off the Swant screen, looks inside for Fradley. Solid positional defense there, played by number 5 of the Cavaliers, McKenna Daly. 13-11 Clan looked like they were in a bit of a funk, I think, an early 7-0 deficit, but they've roared back here to tie this game and really want to step on the jugular if they can. Changes on the floor. Fiona Beals coming out of the game. Elisa Homer back into the game. You mentioned that number, 16.1 points per game for Elisa Homer to lead this Clan team in scoring. Clan showing zone here.
Yeah, let's see if they can get a stop defensively. Started out playing man, and now they switch to zone. I mean, it's a tie game. Concordia's hitting 50% here, so see if they can get a stop with the zone defense.
Well, they gave up a jump shot within the zone, but they are able to rebound out of it. And you're right, Z, changing the defense there to get a stop might build some momentum to go right down the floor and, try to get the high percentage look. And Fradley just a bit too strong with that turnaround shot. Simon Fraser wanting a travel there as Concordia falling on a loose ball and getting up, but no call there. The two coaches here, Sean Kelly of Concordia and of course Bruce Langford of the Clan, each weighing in with their opinions on that last play.
Yeah, Coach Kent Langford really wanted to travel, and from here it looked like it might have been a player came off the ground to stand up almost.
It's amazing what the shape of the zone defense can do, and the thought that you've got to move the ball. Playing against that zone, you see that happen so many times, and the pass coming, sailing right over the defense and out of bounds and going to the Clan, who could advance it to the front court. Ellen Kett now with the basketball. Ooh, a bit of a hip check there. Homer fights it off and almost knocks down the medium range jumper. Herzog, number 2, quickly down the floor, finding her favorite shooter, and that is Erin Higby, who's now hit 3 jumpers from the same spot on the floor.
And she really likes that spot, and she's a good shooter. She's hit all 3 from that same spot on the left side of the paint there. Open every time. The point guard just drives down the lane, splits the defense, and kicks it out for the open arcing jumper.
Well, let's see what kind of adjustments the Clan will make, and perhaps if they go back to man, have a plan there. Here's Kett with a great job, a great take to the basket. She saw the lane to the basket, just couldn't finish. A little frustrating there for Ellen, who's almost 60% from the field. Here come the Cavaliers now. That's Sarman, number 40, and getting in the way. And I talked to head coach Bruce Langford for a story I wrote on Ellen Kett in tomorrow's Province newspaper, and we brought up just that very thing, how Ellen Kett can get to the spot and draw the charge. She did a terrific job there, and that whole Clan bench rising. It's a huge play. Look at that shot by Ellen Kett. She's certainly not worried about that three-point percentage. That was a first quarter bust. Plan for all their efforts, still trailing 15-13 after 1 quarter of play. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast here on Clan TV as the Simon Fraser Clan dancers take to the floor. Talented group of ladies here to entertain at the quarter break. And we'll get some of the numbers and break them down for you. But Simon Fraser falling behind 7-0 and making a bit of a surge. But Concordia, plucky as all, just really working hard and finding ways to score the basketball. And we talked about those 3 jumpers from the same spot on the floor, all falling for the Clan. It's interesting, and perhaps we've got it right. We've got it right. That is Erin Higby with 3 jumpers, 3 medium range shots, and she's got 6 points of the 15 here. Getting ready to start the second quarter of play. Simon Fraser, of course, we mentioned 5:15 is the time Saturday because it is a women's and men's doubleheader. 5:15 against Western Oregon, the annual pink game. You're encouraged to wear your pink or buy a pink t-shirt and change the hue of this gymnasium on Saturday if you can for the pink game. Raising funds, promoting awareness for breast cancer research, and all proceeds to the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation. Interesting to note, Ellen Kett, number 5, the driving force behind the pink game. She's organized the whole thing, Coach Langford tells me, and she's organizing things on the court as well. Great look down low to Rachel. The reverse look is not going to go. The follow from Swant is a tough one. Sophie working hard with 2 misses underneath. The Clan denied on 3 straight opportunities underneath. And you're a bit snake bitten when you can't score there, and they're going to come down with a triple. That would have been a bit of a dagger to the ego. Concordia coming up a bit shy there. So here the Clan are again. Skip pass from Homer down to Frasley, and finally the easy one underneath, and Rachel able to knock that shot down, and she ties this game at 15. Back out to Sarman. She's going to take the 3 off the front of the iron. The battle. Frasley doing a great job under the boards. Frasley doing a great job with that rebound. Getting the Clan right back down the floor, and Rachel now with the basketball. Kett feeding Swant underneath. She sets a great pick there, a pick and roll, and she's unable to finish it. It's going to result in a turnover, and Sarma now down the floor for Concordia. Herzog, the shot is going to go right over the goal, right into the hands of Elisa Homer. Here comes the Clan's leading scorer right down the floor to Alicia Roberts. Sophie Swan thought about the 3, and she can hit it. Here's Kett. Great take to the basket, and Ellen Kett with a great drive. If Ellen Kett's not the most explosive athlete on the floor, she's certainly the most instinctive. And a great job there to go to the basket underneath A hammer coming down from Fragile. She's going to get called for the foul underneath, and it's going to be Bailey Cartwright headed to the free throw line. We'll take a look at that last bucket here in the replay on Clan TV. Thanks, producer Gabe Lynn, for this look at what the Clan were able to do. Great take there by Kett off the window. And Ellen Kett doing a great job for the Simon Fraser Clan. Bailey Cartwright now at the free throw line. Sophie Swan coming out looking very energized underneath the basket. No, she wants another basket that she left on the floor in terms of those 2 offensive rebounds that she was unable to convert. Number 25, Cartwright, missing from the free throw line, 1 of 2, so the Clan with a 1-point lead here. This first half is just flying by. Here's Homer quickly to Roberts, thought about the 3. Alicia now, step back 3. Off the back iron, and the rebound batted away, and I thought the Clan would get possession again there. Instead, it's Higbee coming up the floor. See if Higbee goes down to that spot on the baseline. Instead, she flashes through the paint, and they work the ball around the perimeter. Take it back up top, and they move it around nicely. Looking for those gaps there, 13 on the shot clock. Clan doing a great job of sealing all those driving lanes until now. They give up 1 look there, and boy, I'll tell you, 2 dribbles later, Sarman gets right in there.
And that was a great drive, you know, cut the pass from the perimeter, recognized her defender was out of place and able to beat her defender off the dribble and get the easy 2 there.
Well, Kett comes right back with an answer, Z, and she's been so reliable all season, and here she comes again. Foul going against number 40, Sarman, her 2nd foul of the game.
Kett makes good on the free throw to complete the and 1 here to put SFU up by 2 here.
The one thing Simon Fraser's doing, though, is they're giving up stuff after they make baskets, and I know it's driving the coaching staff crazy right now. It's not allowing them to gain any separation.
It is, and they really got to buckle down on defense and try and get some stops, force some turnovers. You know, Concordia's shooting at a pretty good clip at 42%, so they need to make some adjustments there.
Well, you saw Ellen Kett's veteran savvy, her feel for the game there as she gets a defender on her heels and then goes for the kill with a quick turn to the basket. She draws the foul there. That one's going to go against number 15, Sierra Dean. Her first of the game. Here's Homer. Lisa with a reversal to Beals, the feed underneath to Fragile. Heavy traffic underneath. Rachel holds on to the ball. Boy, that is a vocal Bruce Langford there.
And Coach Langford not very pleased with the lack of calls earlier in the possession. Felt like his players got hit earlier in the play, but
that's a great clip to look at, though, if we can get to that at some point, because Elisa Homer just decides she's going to get to the free throw line. She puts her head down, takes on 2 defenders, and just wills herself to the free throw line.
Yeah, and she beat them both, and I think they both fouled her to flip a coin and pick who you want. You're the referee.
Oh, my gosh. And there's Homer, quickly becoming a veteran in this league, making both free throws. Great job by Elisa there. Travel being called and a turnover, and the momentum coming to the Clan. They've got a 22-18 lead and a turnover by Higbee on the travel underneath.
And Howard, I think a 3-pointer here would really ignite things for the Clan and get them jumping up and down. Maybe the bench gets involved here too.
Well, they've got 2 of the best in the league, and Ken and Homer on the floor right now. Both of those ladies can hit the 3 ball. Here's Elisa driving again.
We're going to get a quick foul here on SFU on Fragile. It's going to be her 2nd foul. But back to the comment about the 3-pointer, and you know, different teams have different philosophies. Some people, you know, feel like they only shoot the 3 when they have that margin of error available to them, when they can, you know, create some separation. They have some separation. They can take a chance or take a shot, if you will, at a 3. But SFU is a team that really lives and dies by the 3, and they'll attack the 3 early. You know, and unfortunately it didn't start out for them too hot, but they've actually picked it up. So with that separation, you think that they would maybe look at a 3-point shot and see if they can, you know, cushion the lead a little bit.
Yeah, well, LaSure just hit a 3 for Concordia, and she's made it a 1-point game here. But she's going to come right down and get a foul, so
It's turning into a bit of a chippy affair. We're getting a lot of fouls off the ball here and a lot of hands and reaching in on both sides of the ball.
Well, Homer coming out of the game, we mentioned she had some issues with her contact lenses and it was really causing some irritation. Questions about the vision, but she got it all cleared away for the game, but has played well. Here's Beals with a shot. Can't find the range underneath Beauchamp, and how many bunnies has this Simon Fraser team missed today in the first half of play?
Yeah, the post players are struggling in post. They're working really hard to get those offensive rebounds, but unfortunately they're not able to put many of them back with only 4 second chance points.
Boy, I'll tell you,
and they've had 6 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, 6 offensive boards, and it's not just the miss off the first, it's multiple. Twice now I believe they've had 2 offensive boards and missed them both. So that is tough sledding for the Simon Fraser clan. Here's Concordia putting up the 3 ball. That was Lexi Campbell with a miss. Great look by Ket down floor to Fradgley. Rachel playing strong, running the floor and finishing. 24-21, a 1 possession lead here for the clan. They continue to play Beauchamp and Fradgley together and want to seal off the front court here. Higbee with a kick pass. The triple is going to drop, and I'll tell you something, boy, Sierra Dean is knocking down some shots.
Yeah, and they came here to play, and they're going toe-to-toe with this clan team here, shooting 45%, almost just under 40% from 3. They're really matching the clan.
They are. They've got. You're right.
At,
See, that's a great point. Great resiliency from this Concordia team. There's a 3 ball up by G. That's not going to find the mark. Beals fighting for the loose ball there, but Concordia very quickly down the floor. And here she is again. Number 15, Dean. Dean's going to get it back again. Go back up top. They'll feed Higbee. She'll go across court. Little head fake there to Campbell. 11 on the shot clock now. Jump stop on the baseline, and it's not going to fall for Dean.
And for a team that's coming into this game with a 2-8 league record, they sure are playing pretty well tonight.
Yeah, and I think,
the clan.
Yeah, you see a desperate team that really feels they can start their 2-game weekend swing here on a positive note. There's a triple from the clan that's going to fall well short by Vanessa G. Homer Roberts and Sophie Swan coming in. There's a break, and we'll take one as well here. Howard Samaria, Zahid Valley Hashem will be back with more after this on Clan TV.
Breast cancer is the most common cancer diagnosed among females in Canada,
affecting 1 in 9 Canadian women during their lifetime.
It impacts mothers, daughters, and sisters, and the risk of getting the disease increases with age.
Earlier detection and diagnosis can save lives. And you can reduce your risk of breast cancer by having a balanced diet, being physically active, and drinking less alcohol.
Learn more about breast cancer by visiting the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation website at cbcf.org and join us on Saturday, January 30th for our annual Pink Game to help raise money to fight this disease.
And we're back with you on Clan TV. This game also available on demand after the contest. If you want to watch it again, athletics.sfu.ca/on-demand. The full library of Clan basketball available. Streaming in HD for the Clan basketball fan, wherever you may be. Some of the numbers we can quickly bring up. The big one, Simon Fraser shooting just 30% from the field in this half, 9 of 30. They're battling from the field. The Concordia 10 of 23, shooting 43.5%. Concordia now set to inbound. The ball, number 21 is Lexi Campbell. Campbell to Dean, who's had the hot hand here on the floor. She flashes through the paint. Here's Campbell up top to Smith. Jumper is going off. Oh, I thought she was going to get the friendly roll there. Sam Beauchamp with the rebound. Sierra Dean's been red hot. Looked like she was going to hit one from the other side of the floor.
And that one was in and out, and that's from almost the same spot where it was Higbee who's hit a couple for them earlier. So they really like that spot on that left side there.
Yeah, and they're shooting the ball well. As you mentioned, Z, they're resilient. It's a 24-24 tie, 3:12 from the break. And to beat this 2-8 Concordia team, the Clan are going to have to work tonight. Here's Homer, this time with a drive to the basket, and Alicia gets hammered underneath the basket. Nakia LaSure, I think, will be called for the foul. Indeed, she will. So Homer now at the free throw line, getting set to shoot a pair here.
Get a couple subs checking in for Concordia.
Very quickly, they're going to get Higbee, number 12, and 15, Sierra Dean, back into this basketball game. Climb with a 1-point lead off the first made free throw by Elisa Homer.
Referee's discussing something here. Not sure what the issue is, but waiting for the second free throw while they check something here.
Well, they're going to come to the minor official. Oh, walking towards the minor officials table. So there's something going on here that I'm not too sure what it is at this point, but I think they're talking about a sub because.
Yeah, by rule, you have to play one tick of the clock before you can. One tick has to come off before.
Yeah, Sierra Dean. I mean, I didn't even think she had left the game, and that's why I was saying they're coming back awfully quick with Sierra Dean, and they're talking about her right now. Concordia head coach Sean Kelly talking to the officials. Bruce Langford, the head coach for the Clan, at half court, and they've got it all ironed out, and Dean's going to stay in the game.
I think they were, like I said, they were questioning to see if a tick had come off, but it was two quick whistles that split the play, so there was time in between where she did come off before the second whistle blew.
Homer with both made free throws. It's a 26-24 Clan lead, under 3 minutes remaining to the half. Herzog with the basketball. Skip pass on her way to the basket, intercepted there, McKenna Daly. And Homer again brings her team across half court. Roberts now to give it back to Homer. Great little head fake there, and heavy traffic underneath, and Homer takes a lot of contact. She has battled so many injuries throughout the course of the season. She is one tough cookie here.
And she's not afraid to be aggressive. We saw her earlier with a nice drive to the basket where she split two defenders and went in and took some contact, took some serious contact, but able to finish that play off with a trip to the line. But very aggressive, and she plays with a lot of heart and a lot of passion out there.
She does. She's been playing with a shiner for part of the season. The knees been tweaked a couple of times. This time it's an eye with a bit of irritation from those contacts. Just keeps fighting through it. Here's Herzog, unable to score it. Swant with the rebound, and G now with the basketball. Vanessa shy of half court, crossing it now and finding Alicia Roberts. Roberts found a gap, kicked it out to Swan. She'll get it back, 18 on the shot clock, 2:07 to the half. Roberts with the three ball, won't draw any iron there. Battle for a loose ball, and Sam Beauchamp gets her hands on it, so there'll be a jump ball possession here. There's going to be a foul. So Sam Beauchamp getting called for the foul there?
Yeah, it looks like she is, and it looks like the Concordia player came down with possession. Maybe she got in there a little bit too aggressively going after the ball. Ended up in a tie-up situation, but I think how she got to the ball might have been the foul. So that'll be her second foul, so we might see her come out here. So there's a couple subs waiting to check in at the table.
So McKenna Daly is going to shoot some free throws. Fragile and Beals will check in for the Clan, as well as Ket, number 21, Lexi Campbell checking in for Concordia. So it's Ket, Roberts, Beals, Fragile, and Homer in the game right now for Simon Fraser. McKenna with the second free throw, and she knocks it down, ties the game at 26, 2 minutes remaining. Ket to Roberts, go in the corner to Homer. Concordia there defensively, and they've been very pesky in the paint as well, defending.
And they're doing a really good job in their man defense. The SFU obviously a team that really likes to swing the ball a lot, but Concordia, matching their pace and getting to the spot.
This time the shot's not going to fall, but off the second chance opportunity, they will finish with Brianna Smith. 28-26, Concordia leading the Clan. Roberts with a turnover that ignited that fast break. This time she'll put up the triple off the side iron. Big rebound by Fradgley. Kicks to a cutting Roberts. There was some contact down there, no call. And clearly she was affected on her way to the basket. Vanessa G now checking in at the next stoppage. Herzog cross-court pass to Daly. They'll get it back up top to Higbee. Wanted to feed Daly in the post, and great job there. Slapping it away, Fiona Beals, number 10.
Got 9 seconds here on the shot clock, so SFU's got to be very alert defensively, not give up an open look here.
Well, they've given up one off there, but Higbee unable to find the mark. Kent now with the basketball. We're 45 seconds away from halftime. Simon Fraser trailing by 2, have never been able to build a huge head of steam in this opening half of play. And credit to Concordia for doing a great job on the road. Here's Homer doing just enough to affect all of those shots, just making them work just enough that there's a little bit missing on the finish. There's about 2.5 seconds difference between game and shot right now. 17 on the shot clock, 18.5 remaining in the half. Herzog, the jump stop, going to get called for the travel, and a good job by Vanessa G defensively getting to the spot. So 10.6 seconds remaining.
Definitely an opportunity here for the Clan to tie or take the lead.
And here's Ketch, who wants to take advantage, gets stripped from behind by Daly. Bruce Langford wants a timeout for the Clan here with 1.8 seconds remaining. Oh, he's being told his Concordia ball and no timeout, and things never went the Clan's way, Z, in that opening half of play. It was a tough one. Choppy, physical, and just a tough one.
It was. I mean, the shots weren't going in early. They only shot 26% in the first half, and it's a chippy game out there. There's a lot of hands, a lot of fouls. But hopefully they'll go into the break here, make some adjustments, see what they struggled with in the first half, and see if they can't fix those mistakes and make those changes there. We're going to
jump to Clan assistant coach Jessica Wallace, and coach, just get some thoughts on the opening half of play. It was chippy, physical. You guys could never fully get in the groove. The Concordia really came to play in the first half.
Yeah, they definitely did. They're really known for their pressure defense. I think we did a little bit better job of really attacking the rim and getting a little bit more calls on that physical contact. They did a really good job when we went to zone a little bit about overloading us a bit. I think they're a good team, and you got to come to play. So
tough breaks inside too. You guys missed a bunch of bunnies down low. Good hustle for offensive rebounds. You got to score those, right?
Oh, definitely. I mean, those are the tough calls. They're layups. We got to put them in. So hopefully second half we'll do what we need to do for that.
Last question, how important is this weekend against two teams that are 2-8 in this conference? These are games that your team needs to win, right?
Definitely. It's a really big, both big games for us. We're right in that middle range. We really want to keep moving forward this season. So these two games are pretty big for us, for sure.
All right, Jessica, thanks. All the best in the second half. Jessica Wallace, the Simon Fraser University assistant coach, joining us here on Clan TV. And Z, as we get some stats, just some of your thoughts on that opening half of play. It was a tough one to get established. We talked to assistant coach Jessica Wallace. What were some of your thoughts on that opening half?
Yeah, like I said, I think it was it was definitely a scrappy affair. We talked about the offensive rebounds and how they struggle to get the easy putbacks, which I think with their size and experience in the post, I would think that they would be able to get that. You look at Fradgley, she's 4 of 8 from the floor, and I think a couple of those were gimmies that she might have missed. And overall shooting 9 of 35 as a team is just
wow.
Yeah, it's
it is
wow.
Maybe they should be happy that they're only trailing by 2.
Absolutely. I mean, Concordia, credit to them. They're playing well. They're a 2-8 team. Obviously, they're desperate before, and they have shown that in this first half. Shooting 40%. They've had some key open jumpers. Haven't particularly shot the ball well from three, but for a win here, and they have Western coming up on Saturday. So this is a big game, and they want to play hard tonight and carry that. Fortunately for them, SFU hasn't shot that well either. Shooting 20% from the three is not clan-like statistic. So, and Ket, 1 of 3. Roberts is 1 of 6, and I think there might have been an air ball or 2 in there too. So, I think maybe SFU has been on the road for the past 4 games. They're back at home, and you would have hoped that they came out a bit stronger, feeling more comfortable playing, at the West Gym, their home court. And, unfortunately, they haven't played like that in the first half.
Well, it's a cage fight. It's going to be decided in the second half. Zahid Vali Hashim with us on Clan TV. Howard Samura here. We're going to take a short break, and we will be back with the
At any given moment at the keg.
play-by-play of the second half here from the West Gym.
Something special is happening.
Breast cancer is the most common cancer diagnosed among females in Canada,
affecting 1 in 9 Canadian women during their lifetime.
It impacts mothers, daughters, and sisters, and the risk of getting the disease increases with age.
Earlier detection and diagnosis can save lives. And you can reduce your risk of breast cancer by having a balanced diet, being physically active, and drinking less alcohol.
Learn more about breast cancer by visiting the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation website at cbcf.org. And join us on Saturday, January 30th for our annual Pink Game to help raise money to fight this disease.
One team,
400 athletes strong.
we sing not one,
but 2 national anthems.
We strive to always be better.
we put our heart into competition.
We pursue national championships and university degrees.
We care about our communities.
We are
Canada's NCAA team.
Canada's NCAA team.
Canada's NCAA team.
We are Canada's NCAA team.
It's on us to stop sexual violence.
We are Canada's NCAA team.
With 400 student athletes in 17 sports.
Together, we can end sexual violence at SFU.
To look out for each other.
And not look the other way.
To get a friend home safe.
To not blame the victim.
It's on us.
It's on us.
To speak up.
To step in.
To support those who need it.
To be a part of the solution, not the problem.
It's on me, it's on you, it's on us.
Because consent matters.
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 Learn more about how you can contribute to a culture of zero tolerance towards sexual violence at SFU by visiting sfu.ca/sexual assault.
Because together, we can make a difference.
When I first came to SFU, I thought I knew exactly what I wanted. When I got into my second semester, I suddenly wasn't so sure what I wanted to do anymore. So I started to explore a little bit. Archaeology, communications, history, even kinesiology. And then I decided to go on exchange to France for a year. I was an orientation leader for a year, became a community advisor in residence, helped start a choir, I even took a rowing course. After SFU, I have lots of possibilities of what I could do, but whatever I do, I know I'll be ready for it.
I'm Alicia Roberts. I compete for Canada's NCAA team. Watch me on Clan TV.
I'm Fiona Beals on the women's basketball team. You're watching Clan TV, home of Canada's NCAA team.
And welcome back, everybody, to the West Gym here, Simon Fraser University. A great shot here on Clan TV. Producer-engineer Gabriel Lynn with that shot of Simon Fraser and the women gathered just outside the Athletic Hall of Fame, and you can see the ladies getting ready to start the second half of play, trailing Concordia. Bit of a shocker here, the 2-8 Cavaliers leading the 5-5 Clan, 28-26 at the half, and here come the Simon Fraser Clan. They're led by sophomore forward Sam Beauchamp, Ellen Kett, Alicia Roberts, Sophie Swant, and Fradgley, and the rest of the Clan players making their way onto the floor here. And you'll see the lady on crutches, Meg Wilson, who was supposed to be an integral part of this Clan team this season, coming into her senior year, and an injury after just 2 games, and the season is lost for Meg Wilson. But the good news for Clan basketball fans is that the senior forward will be back next season. And Simon Fraser head coach Bruce Langford has called his incoming class of 5 recruits the best overall group of 5 he's ever brought into the program. And that says a lot when you consider that he has been here since the turn of the century. So good things ahead in the long-term future for Simon Fraser Clan women's basketball, who will return so many of these players next season. This is a very, very young Clan team. And even Ellen Kett will be back for her senior season next year. And team scoring leader Elisa Homer will be a junior. So there are a lot of good times ahead for Simon Fraser. They'd love to get this one tonight, though, and they are trailing by 2. You heard the comments of Simon Fraser Clan assistant coach Jessica Wallace chatting about the effort in the first half and the fact that Concordia brought some great energy to this opening half of play. Also heard the Coach Wallace talking about finishing inside, how important that was going to be, and not squandering and leaving points on the floor. Too many of those missed opportunities, some great hustle on the offensive glass by the Simon Fraser Clan. They didn't or couldn't finish because they had 7 of their 23 rebounds on the offensive glass and really just could not finish. Some of the other numbers that really stand out, the bench points, Concordia showing some nice depth for a 2-8 team, outscoring the Clan bench 12-0. And that's a telling sign for the synchronicity of that Clan team in the opening half of play. 12-0 on the bench, getting outscored, not a good sign. It's Concordia with their largest lead at 7 points to open this basketball game. Clan built a lead by as much as 4 points, and it was a scrappy, physical affair with both head coaches on the officials in that opening half of play, trying to get what they can for their teams. But it was as we mentioned, a real scrappy affair. What do we look for the Clan to do here in the second half of play? Well, clearly get into sync on offense. Try and have an offensive identity that they can call their own, because to Concordia's credit, Simon Fraser never got going. And remember, this Clan team is coming in here the second highest scoring team in the GNAC and getting held to 26 points in the opening half of play, something they're not used to. And we saw signs of how dangerous this team can be. They started to pull ahead when they built that 4-point lead. They were starting to hit some of those 3-point bombs and starting to get them in bunches. And you saw what Homer and Ket and Roberts can do when they get on a roll. As well, the Clan really needing to establish more of a presence as a go-to offensive force in the paint. And we talked about those narrow misses inside. Sophie Swant and Samantha Beauchamp, I think, would both agree that they could have done a bit more damage offensively, a little bit snake-bitten, but certainly not questioning the work ethic underneath. They were battling for those second chance opportunities and just couldn't finish it off. Down to 45 seconds here before the start of the third quarter of play, and we are down to quarters this year, away from halves. The men's game still sticking to the halves, the women going with 4 quarters of play now. And I'm not an expert on the rules. Our analyst, Zahid Valley Hashem, certainly is, and he'll be joining us in a couple of minutes here as we get going in the third quarter of play. We'll see what Simon Fraser can do, run through some of their scoring numbers in the opening half. No double-digit scores in this game, and that's not surprising. Ellen Kett and Rachel Fradgley with 8 points apiece for the Clan. Elisa Homer with 7 points, 3 points from Alicia Roberts. We mentioned nobody from that Clan bench was able to score in the opening half of play. For Concordia, leading the way with 7 points, Brianna Smith, the guard, is 3 of 3 from the field. She's got 7 points. Erin Higby with 6 points. She scored those early as well. We got to mention Sierra Dean with 8, and she hit a couple of big threes. 2 points for Keisha Sarman and 1 point for Bailey Cartwright. As we get back to action here. That was Sarman, and her pass deflected out of bounds. 5'6" freshman at a Union High School in Union, Oregon. Small town Oregon high school basketball. Sarman, a nice presence on the floor for this Concordia team. Cartwright, a drive to the basket. Off the mark, and Beauchamp with the rebound. Here's Kett feeding the break, and it's going to be Fradgley taking it right to the hoop, and this time she'll get hammered underneath by Cartwright. A 6'1" freshman out of Pasco, Washington. Foul being called on her, and Rachel Fradgley will get to the free throw line with a chance to tie this game.
The Concordia coach didn't like that call because he felt like maybe there's similar contact down on the other end on an SFU drive, and Fradgley at the line misses the first one there.
Fradgley, when she's moving to the basket, can be a pretty effective player. When they find her moving her feet, I think she can be a pretty dangerous force.
Absolutely, and she's got that length and athleticism to make those kind of moves. And when she's moving, she's definitely an unstoppable force down there.
St. Thomas Aquinas High School in London, Ontario. She hits the free throw there, makes it a 28-27 game for Concordia. Sarman now with the ball. McKenna Daly, part of this group, didn't start the game, but she's on the floor right now, number 5 in the post. Fradgley trying to deny her a touch underneath. Cavaliers on the wing with Smith, number 24, had a good first half for this team. Sarman looking under the post for Higby, and this time the angle just not there and slipping through the hands of Erin Higby.
And see if the Clan can maybe pound it inside here and see if they can get that matchup with Daly. Obviously with Cartwright out of the game now. A little bit more space, and maybe Fradgley can do some damage in the post.
See what happens in the half-court set. 2 bigs on the floor for the Clan, as they have been throughout the game. Here's Beauchamp. Sets a screen for Kett at the top. They go to the far baseline corner to Roberts. Her 3-point effort off the back iron. Smith, the entry down low to Higby. She's going to take that baseline jumper, and she's automatic on the baseline.
She is. 4 of 6, and all 4 of them have come from baseline jumpers. High arcing shot, great form, and she's definitely a shooter.
And there's definitely some balance in this Concordia roster. Their group is scoring with between 3 and 4 different players consistently. There is Homer, though, dropping the triple. And Elisa Homer.
The Clan needed that, obviously didn't shoot the ball particularly well from 3 in the first half, but hopefully here they can pick things up and go to that weapon that they possess in the 3-point shot.
Well, I believe it's Homer's third 3-point play because she had an N1 opportunity she converted as well. So Homer doing her job. This time, though, they give up the easy one underneath to Higbee.
Once again, Higbee, she's a player out there, and she averages 5 points 7 points a game. She's already got 10 here today on 5 of 7 shooting.
Kett knocks down the triple, though. So back-to-back threes from Simon Fraser. They're just going to shore it up on the defensive end. Z, you're right about that. And Simon Fraser is making single-digit scores in the Superstars the last 2 games here, as we referenced the men's game. And they are giving up way too easy. The hoops underneath are just nothing. Contesting those Concordia players underneath the basket. Here's Homer for 3. Didn't get the roll. Fradgley follows underneath, and another miss off an offensive rebound.
And Coach Langford's got to be frustrated with that. They work so hard to get shots. They hit a 3 and then in transition. And we saw that in the men's game the other night too, where the Clan would work so hard to get a couple points and then just give up an easy fast break transition to the other way.
Well, I count now 5 misses off offensive rebounds underneath. Fradgley takes a jumper, doesn't miss by much, but no dice for the Clan as the whistle blows for a travel or steps and a turnover here. So the Clan catch a break as Vanessa G set to check into the game. Samantha Beauchamp will come out.
It's not a call. You don't often see double dribble at this level, especially on the backcourt. I even turned my head to look in the front court because I didn't think anything would happen back there, and all I saw was the referee signal for a double dribble.
I'm more used to those in my grade 7 girls games and then at the Division II level here in the NCAA. Great spin move by Vanessa G. Just can't get the finish, and Fradgley, though, getting the offensive board. G again. Pivoting, turning, and putting up a shot. Can't finish it there, and Fradgley battling for the ball with Higbee underneath.
And then, as you mentioned, the Clan really struggling on the offensive boards and the second chance points, and they're getting a ton of opportunities, but unfortunately not being able to capitalize on those.
Well, Vanessa G brought some nice energy and had a couple of looks at the basket, but she's going to come out very quickly for Sophie Swant. And that could be more for defensive purposes on the other end, Z, as they got to find a way to slow Higbee down. We'll see what happens as Homer drives and kicks to Roberts for the 3. Alicia rips the mesh. Good shot there by Roberts.
Yeah, that was a big 3, created a 2-point lead here. Clan shooting 6 of 20 from 3-point line now for 30%.
Well, they're stepping it up from the outside. We'll see what they can do here to get some stops, though, and that's going to decide their fate here tonight. Here's Higbee, thought about the 3. Fradgley is guarding her. Jump stop, jumper off the iron into the hands of Fradgley. That was Sierra Dean off the mark there, number 15. As we take a look on Clan TV, here's Swant to Homer, and they get the nice look for the 3. Great penetration dish there by Homer, contributing to that 3 ball, and thanks for that replay on Clan TV. Here we go again, back to the live action.
That's a tough call. We're going to get a foul off the ball on Fradgley. It's going to be a third on offense, turning the ball over for the Clan. And like I said, her third foul, so she'll check out, and Beauchamp will spell her on the court here.
And I hope you're hearing us clearly. I'm here on Clan TV, just adjusting some of the knobs under the instructions of our producer-engineer, Gabriel Lynn, and we'll make sure that we're all on a good even keel here volume-wise as we get to 5:28 left in the third quarter of play. 36-34 the Clan, but it's been a struggle here for the ladies in white tonight. Sierra Dean now with the basketball. Great little crossover move to create the shot there, but can't get the finish. Homer with the basketball. Quickly down the floor to Swamp, the pure freshman. Roberts, little fake at the top. She's going to give back to Sophie. Swant looking to feed the post, but the whistle blows. And Beauchamp's being called for the foul.
Yeah, that's a second straight possession. The Clan will turn it over on offense with an illegal screen being called by referee Tracy Chang here on Samantha Beauchamp, and that would be her third personal foul. So both bigs for SFU, Fragile and Beauchamp, with 3 fouls apiece now.
So Concordia pushing the Clan in the front court to their breaking point right now. We're early in the second half. And if you're Concordia, you're going to go after those bigs. They are talented, but they're young. And very important to what happens here for this team. Here's Dean. Ooh, driving and lowering a shoulder right into Elisa Homer. And Homer stands her ground and creates the turnover. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll take a short break as well and be back with more on Clan TV.
It's on us to stop sexual violence.
We are Canada's NCAA team.
With 400 student athletes in 17 sports.
Together, we can end sexual violence at SFU.
To look out for each other.
And not look the other way.
To get a friend home safe.
To not blame the victim.
It's on us.
It's on us.
To speak up.
To step in.
To support those who need it.
To be a part of the solution, not the problem.
It's on me, it's on you, it's on us.
Because consent matters.
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 Learn more about how you can contribute to a culture of zero tolerance towards sexual violence at SFU by visiting sfu.ca/sexual assault.
Because together, we can make a difference.
And Howard Smurra, Zahid Valley Hashem here with you. It's Clan TV, GNAC Women's Basketball Thursday night style here atop Burnaby Mountain in Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada. Thanks for joining us. And we're returning to third quarter play with the Clan leading, visiting Concordia by 2 points, 36-34. Simon Fraser in white, and here's Elisa Homer on the baseline. Sophie Swant, the freshman, with the three-pointer, and Swant will knock down a big shot.
Wow, that's a big shot, and that's confidence there in the freshman from Argyle Secondary, North Vancouver.
It's a shout out to your old school, I believe. There's Z.
You remember that?
I know everybody's alma mater. So Argyle Secondary, Sophie Swant, what a great player she was throughout her high school career. Swant, why not? This time shy of the rim, but Beauchamp with a rebound and another miss off an offensive board. Sam getting it back to Swant, back up top to Ket. And here's Alicia Roberts for the three, and Roberts knocks it down. This is Simon Fraser basketball. Timeout. Concordia needs to catch their breath. Simon Fraser with its biggest lead of the game at 42-34. It's either raining down the threes, and it's what this Clan team is all about on offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we talked about earlier, the Clan love the three-pointer, and obviously things have turned here in the second half in terms of three-point shooting. They had a slow start in the first half, but here in the third quarter. Getting confused with the men and the women in the second half, but the third quarter, 5 of 8 from three are the Clan.
5 of 8. So the three-pointers have come from who in this third quarter?
So we've had Homer's had one, Ket's had one, Swant has had one, and Roberts has had 2 of them.
Wow. Alicia Roberts, 2 of 3, and she's stepping up big time. And of course, we talked off the top about Ellen Ket leading all of Division II NCAA basketball in three-point percentage. She's the number 3 overall shooter between men and women in NCAA Division I and II basketball. I asked SFU Sports Information Director Steve Frost to count up how many teams there were in Division I and II men's and women's basketball. The number is staggering: 1,293 men's and women's teams in Division I and II, and Simon Fraser's own Ellen Ket sits number 3 overall.
That's simply amazing.
That's
quite the honor.
And she's hitting 2 of 4 today, so she's holding her own. This Clan team is starting to hold its own. As Z mentioned, 5 of 8 from beyond the arc here in the third quarter. So Concordia, they took a timeout to stop the bleeding. We'll see what they can do here by themselves. They've been plucky on offense all game long.
Yeah, they needed that timeout. I mean, being outscored 16-6 here in the third quarter, I thought it was a good timeout, and let's see if they can rebound here after talking to the coach.
Cavs with the basketball in the half court. Double team comes quickly on Higbee, and Roberts and Higbee battling for that loose ball.
Looks like SFU is going to get possession out of that jump ball situation there.
So the alternating possession going the Clan's way this time, and great job there by Alicia Roberts, the York House product, a transfer from Pepperdine University. And she's had a huge breakthrough this season with Simon Fraser. Here's Ellen Kett now with the basketball, leading the GNAC in assists, we should also mention as well. Great assist to turnover ratio, and there's the triple from Kett. She rips the mesh. Ellen Kett, the Clan are on fire from beyond the arc.
And that's 3 of 5, so she's 60% above her average, so she's still safe there.
Ellen Kett is having an amazing season. Interesting, I'll tell you, when Ellen Kett first, an interesting story from Bruce Langford, the head coach. He told me he recruited Ellen Kett sight unseen. He just had video, had not seen her live, and it's an amazing story. Bruce Langford drove to the airport in Bellingham to pick up Ellen Kett and her parents after that massive flight from Melbourne to the United States, and he said Ellen Kett wasn't in the greatest mood. Like, he couldn't tell if she really wanted to play or not, and she gets here, and she has really obviously grown to love Burnaby Mountain, and she says everybody back home in Melbourne is watching. It's a 19-hour time difference, and they start watching these games the next day at about 2 p.m. So,
well, reading your piece in the paper this morning, you know, it definitely seems like she likes the decision that she made, and she's happy with, you know, obviously she had some interest down south, but chose to come to SFU based on the reputation here, the academic reputation, also the tradition and of the women's basketball program here, which has traditionally been a very good program.
Yeah, and it's a really revealing interview at theprovince.com. If you want to check that out, look under the sports banner for the high school stuff. And Ellen Kett admitted to me that when she came here a few seasons ago, she thought, because it was Division II, that it wasn't going to be Division I, that she would really be able to make an instant impact. And she admitted it was a lot tougher than she thought. She's really put her kind of head to the grindstone here and really become a great player in this conference, and so great that she's wearing the white of the Simon Fraser Clan.
And it seems like from what I read this morning too, that she's obviously contributing off the court as well with you know, kind of preparing things for the big game on Saturday, the Pink Game, the annual one that they host here to raise awareness for cancer, and obviously she had a big part in that. So nice to see her contribute off the court as well and be part of the atmosphere here at Simon Fraser University.
I agree with you. Very much the fabric of this Clan athletic community, and there she is looking for the steal. Sarman with the ball on the far side. Back up top. Backing her way into the post is number 20, LaSure. Turnover there, and Concordia, from what once was going well in their buildup of momentum, has really withered here.
Yeah, they came out really strong in the first half, and an excellent first half, but unfortunately for them, things have kind of fallen off here in the Clan. Have, you know, caught fire from 3, long range. You know, they're playing well, and they're undersized right now too, obviously, with both post players with 3 fouls, but they're weathering the storm and, you know, playing well and finding other ways to get looks, and particularly from outside.
You're right about that, Z, because you just pointed out the fact that the 2 bigs had 3 fouls each. And right from that point, the Clan were able to start hitting the threes. Now, perhaps they can start going with a bit more confidence inside. And Rachel Fradgley, one of those, set to check in. Fradgley, the 6'2 sophomore out of London, Ontario. We did want to pass on a shout out to all of Ellen Kett's family, friends, and relatives, apparently just outside of Melbourne. If they're watching, thanks for joining us again on Clan TV. Ellen told me today that her parents have managed to come out every January, so they were out here earlier this season. But if they're watching, and anyone else down under, all the best to you, and hope you're enjoying another broadcast of Clan TV.
And in a non-basketball related point, a lot of Canadians will be watching Australia time tonight as the Australian Open is going on, and Canadian Milos Raonic is playing Andy Murray at 12:30 a.m. tonight down under. So a lot of Canadians will be watching TV in Australia too.
Right back at you. We love it. Here we go. Final minute of play here in the third quarter. Clan with a 13-point lead. They were struggling down by 2 at the half. A 15-point swing, and the runner on the baseline won't fall for Concordia. They get a second chance effort, and Sarman is able to get the finish. Makes it an 11-point lead here with 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Swant on the top now. Sophie hit a three, tried another one, wasn't too far off. Here's Elisa Homer for three. Side iron miss. Fragile trying to get that loose ball. They're going to go to Higbee on the breakaway layup attempt, and she's going to get it. So 4 quick points here. Cuts it under double digits. Clan calling for one shot here. Shot clock off down to 14 seconds in the quarter. Beals up top to Swant. They're going to get it to Ket with 2 seconds left. Ellen puts up a shot, swirls in and out. The finish is going to count. Counted for Rachel Fragile.
What a way to end that third quarter. We talked so many times about how they've missed the offensive rebound putbacks, and this one right at the buzzer. Perfect end to the third quarter for the Clan with that putback from Fragile.
Yeah, you're great points. They had missed so many bunnies, they call them, underneath. And they get one. They beat the buzzer at the third quarter to restore the double-digit lead. 49-38 is the score as the Clan dancers hit the floor here for a brief performance. We're going to take a short break here on Clan TV, and we'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter.
Breast cancer is the most common cancer diagnosed among females in Canada,
affecting 1 in 9 Canadian women during their lifetime.
It impacts mothers, daughters, and sisters, and the risk of getting the disease increases with age.
Earlier detection and diagnosis can save lives. And you can reduce your risk of breast cancer by having a balanced diet, being physically active, and drinking less alcohol.
Learn more about breast cancer by visiting the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation website at cbcf.org and join us on Saturday, January 30th for our annual Pink Game to help raise money to fight this disease.
Howard Samura, Zahid Vali Hashem back on Clan TV as we start the fourth quarter of play. An 11-point lead for the Simon Fraser Clan. Lead as big as 13 in that third quarter as the Clan went on that three-point shooting spree as we look at the rebound, or the replay there underneath, Fragile beating the buzzer. And a great look at Rachel's last second effort there at the end of the third quarter to give the Clan an 11-point lead. As we get back to live action here in the Cavaliers, have a lot of road to climb here if they want to get back into this basketball game. And Daly underneath. McKenna Daly with a great job. Backs her check into the paint and comes around with a mini sweeping hook there off the window and in. Gets it back to 9 points for the ladies from Portland. Homer feeding the post. They keep in single coverage underneath against Fragile, and she can't make the finish underneath. I don't know if you heard head coach Bruce Langford there, but reminding his player Rachel Fragile, you don't need to do all that stuff, just put it in. Turn around, single coverage. Fragile should be able to beat that coverage underneath. Reverse effort on the baseline, and that's a gutsy hoop there, Z, by number
15 there.
15, Sierra Dean.
Yeah. That was and then Alicia Roberts is going to pick up the foul on that. And it was a gutsy move. I mean, drove right, up and under, tried to put it back left side, and caught the defender out of position and was able to draw the foul and go to line for one.
Yeah, worked hard, used her physicality underneath, and you deserve those trips to the free throw line. Coming into the game now, Sam Beauchamp coming in, as well as Sophie Swant and Vanessa G. So wholesale changes on the floor for Simon Fraser.
Yeah, and the Clan's in an interesting position here because the bigs both have 3 fouls, but they can't put them both. They can't afford to take the chance, roll the dice, and put them on the floor at the same time. So they're obviously going to substitute for each other as the game goes, and hopefully neither of them will foul out and put them in a situation where they're without both of them.
So they're going to count on the mini posts underneath, and those are players like Vanessa G, Sophie Swant, and Fiona Beals that can bring some physicality to the front court, but don't have the size. But they could play a key role here, and right now Swant is one of those players on the floor along with G. Sarman bringing the ball up to Smith. Great little move there on G by number 15, Dean. But Concordia comes up empty here.
Yeah, another athletic move by her to attack the basket, but unfortunately didn't get that one to go.
Well, trailed by as many as 13 late in the third quarter. They've got it down to 6-Z, so they're resting back some of this momentum.
Yeah, and they're just chipping away here early in the fourth quarter and getting stops on defense. And SFU maybe without both posts in the lineup, they have to change things up a little bit and see what they can do on the offensive end.
Well, that shot is a big shot. They get into the paint, get their pure freshman on a turnaround jumper, Sophie Swan. So adding some points in the paint, I think, are big. And Swan hit the 3 earlier, so she's given them all of their bench points, all 5 bench points from Sophie Swan. McKenna Daly had that nice hook. She puts up another one, and they're going to have to make an adjustment there.
Yeah, they are, and Cartwright's on the bench right now, so they're obviously just going with the one big as well to and SFU to be able to match that. But it's just trading baskets isn't going to help you out in this close game here.
6-point game. Ket with the layup attempt is not going to fall. Beauchamp can't squeeze the loose ball, and Daly does. She's going to get it to Sarman. They're going to push the pace here to Dean with the big 3 ball. Doesn't get the rebound. Beauchamp skies for the rebound. Here is Vanessa G now. Quickly to the point guard, Ket working off the Beauchamp screen at the top, across the free throw line. Back to Sophie Swan, quickly to Homer for 3. Bingo! 3-pointer for Elisa Homer. Big shot for Homer there. Homer's hit 3 triples and an N1 opportunity in this game.
Yeah, and the Clan obviously a very good shooters from 3-point line. There's multiple girls who can shoot the 3, and any team that faces them has some serious defensive matchups to consider when they have those girls that can shoot from the outside.
Well, Concordia has had the answer so many times tonight, but this time they go down the floor. As we look at the replay here, Ket's going to drive and find Swant. They're going to go across court, and they didn't close out quickly enough on Homer. She had no question she wanted to take that triple. Elisa Homer. As I was talking to head coach Bruce Langford today, I said, the way Elisa Homer scored, it's like she's wearing a Hansworth jersey, and they're right back at the top 10 tournament. She's just filling it up.
Yeah, I know. I remember her in high school, and what a player she was for the Hansworth Royals program in their heyday over there in north of Vancouver, and they had phenomenal years while she was there. And obviously, highly recruited at high school. I know UBC across town was really trying to recruit her over there, but she ended up here and sitting out a year. And she's become a very special player.
She has become, you bet, yeah. So following in the footsteps of Diana Lee, who's finishing up at UBC this year, the Boise State product, and Chris Young as well. Those two really defined Hansworth basketball, and Elisa Homer have followed them. And 3 great players coming out of that program for Scott Palmer at Hansworth Secondary. Argyle, I think, though, your old alma mater, on the rise in girls basketball. Really solidifying their coaching staff, and I think they, Anthony Beiruti, I believe, from Aquinas has gone back to Argyle, and it's not going to be long before the Pipers are a real strength over there on the North Shore.
Yeah, the North Shore, traditionally has been, pretty good. Obviously, there's some schools like Riverside and obviously Brookswood that have well-established programs here locally in the high school circuit. But traditionally the North Shore, Argyle, Hansworth have been the top teams at the AAA level, for a number of years now. And a coach like Anthony Beiruti, who's obviously got a big footprint in North Vancouver with his days at St. Thomas Aquinas, will hopefully change things there and get them back on the right track.
Yeah, we're talking about Argyle and Sophie Swant, of course, and Sophie was an early signing for Bruce Langford last year, and you can see why she is a hardcourt warrior. She's the kind of player who, she can shoot it and she can do some things offensively, but boy, I wouldn't be surprised if she perhaps averages more rebounds a game than she scores in her Simon career. She's that kind of a player. She just pursues the ball.
She is, and she is a little undersized, but she works hard. She's a grinder. She's aggressive, and you've seen a lot out of her as a freshman. Obviously, the Clan with a shorter bench than they've traditionally had, but she's making the most of the minutes she's getting, and that just bodes well for the future for the Clan team.
We're talking about Swan. She just got a rebound to get her team down the floor. Looking for Beauchamp. She gets the squeeze underneath. Can't finish, though, against Cartwright, who's now into the fray, as Z mentioned. Looking for some foul problems there, but that's Alicia Roberts with a triple.
And that's 11 three-pointers as a team now
Wow.
that the Clan have hit.
And you know what? This hasn't been the best Clan performance. I think we can both say that, but they can cure a lot of ills with their three-point shooting.
Definitely. When they're on from three, they're definitely unstoppable.
Here's a turnaround move by Cartwright. She's going to get fouled underneath, I believe, by Sam Beauchamp. That's going to be 4 fouls as we go to the replay here. Watching Alicia Roberts hit that three against number 14. We'll check that number 15. I believe that was Dean she hit the shot against. Great play by the Clan here. They're leading by 12. We'll take a short break here with 4:39 remaining. SFU 57. Concordia 45 on the Clan TV network.
At any given moment at the keg, something special is happening.
When I first came to SFU, I thought I knew exactly what I wanted. When I got into my second semester, I suddenly wasn't so sure what I wanted to do anymore. So I started to explore a little bit. Archaeology, communications, history, even kinesiology. And then I decided to go on exchange to France for a year. I was an orientation leader for a year, became a community advisor in residence, helped start a choir. I even took a rowing course. After SFU, I have lots of possibilities of what I could do, but whatever I do, I know I'll be ready for it.
There, is that better?
And we're back with you on Clan TV. Howard Samura, Zeed Valley Husham. It is Clan TV powered by the Keg Steakhouse and Bar. Hope you've enjoyed another production here on Clan TV. Our thanks as always to our producer engineer Gabriel Lynn. The Concordia Cavaliers at the free throw line, and they're trying to chip away here, Z, but they're trailing by 12, and this Clan three-point attack just keeps getting hotter.
Yeah, it's tough to match up with them when the Clan are on fire from three. They're a force to be reckoned with, and obviously Concordia having some troubles matching that. They're still attacking the hoop, getting to the line, but when you get threes going one way and you get one or two coming the other way, it's tough to catch up.
Well, trying to get the 6 and 5 on the season are the Clan. Break past that 5 and 5 mark here. It's been 4 straight games on the road. The Clan happy to be at home. Maybe a bit too happy to start the game, not playing their brand of basketball, but they're getting it back. This time, though, a tough one. Clan going to get called for a foul, and it's going to be Swant.
It's going to be Swant's first foul, just getting her hands in there on the rebound there in the back court.
Bruce Langford's comment to his team, ladies, the fouls are 3-0, let's be smart, and those 3 coming against Simon Fraser here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and obviously fouls are a little bit different this year with the rule changes that you shoot a bonus of 2 fouls, on the 5th foul. So.
Wow, Swan did a great job there defensively.
Yeah,
she battled.
Nice
yeah,
block there from Swant on that play, and looks like one of the Concordia players went down with an injury here.
Well, I think McKenna Daly got either elbowed or poked near the ear, and she's really feeling it on the floor. Our best to her. Z, did that basket count?
Yeah, I
think
we had an offensive rebound there, and then Cartwright was able to put it back in for 2 underneath there.
So 57-49, it's an 8-point lead here. Concordia is remaining dangerous. They're omnipresent here. They do not go away. And right now the training staff and Concordia head coach Sean Kelly on the floor tending to number 5, McKenna Daly, the 6'1 senior out of Granada High School, Livermore, California. We can go to a replay to see what happened there, but Daly has been seated in the paint for a few minutes now, and we're just being cautious about where she got hit. We would love to see a replay. And as we go back here, thanks on Clan TV, there she is, number 25, just on the edge of the paint. Or check that number 5 right there.
Yeah, it looks like she might have caught an elbow or something from Fradgley. She was going up for the rebound, yeah. Incidental contact, but unfortunately, got her pretty hard there.
Well, thanks for that look on Clan TV, and you get a feeling of what it's like in the paint here in the GNAC. Always tough, as Ellen Kett said to me, more tough, more physical, and faster than I thought it was going to be as she came over from the Australian basketball system. Ellen Kett, the Clan point guard, who's having such a great year, played for national team age group within that Australian delivery system and one of the top players in the country is she left here for the Clan. So the stoppage in play as Daly comes off the floor. Good to see her coming off the floor. And if you're enjoying this broadcast, we'll want to let you know, though, for the latest news, stats, videos, and more, always athletics.sfu.ca, the way to stay connected. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, #GoClan, with 4:04 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And there she is just talking about her, Ellen Kett, with the basketball. Smith guarding her as Kett goes up top to Sophie Swan. Swan's played some nice minutes. Her best game I've seen her play as a Clan player here today. Terrific game. Here is Roberts kicking back to Homer. They're going to feed fragilely with her back to the basket. She'll turn around against Cartwright, get her going, and get the N1 opportunity.
Yeah, it was a nice move in the post, a great feed. Recognized where the player was, the defender. If you notice, that pass came slightly to push her away from the basket. She could turn, make that move with a lot of ease, and that's just a great recognition from the point guard there on the play.
Yeah, I agree with you completely, Z. The pass away from the player, she turns and is able to get her on her back with the up and under move to draw the contact, and the N1 is good for Fragile. Big baskets there, 60-49 the score. 3:36 remaining here in the contest. Concordia coming in at 2 and 8, the turnaround shot on the baseline, and she is not going to miss that one. We've seen her hit that one all night long. Erin Higbee, automatic on the baseline. Clan want to find the answer here after giving up an easy one on the baseline. Swan now with the basketball. She'll reverse it to Roberts. Alicia will come to a cutting Homer across back to Alicia Roberts, and Alicia Roberts, what is the count? Is that 4 triples for her in this game?
That's her fifth.
Her fifth triple.
And 12th as a team. So Clan really picking it up from 3, late in the game here.
Well, what great shooting, and there's Higbee. They're finding the shot they want. A rare miss by Higbee on the baseline. Clan getting it. Homer now bringing the ball up the court to Roberts. Is going to cross half court with 2:44 remaining.
Yeah, another rebound from Swan. That's her 8th rebound of the game. So
what a great job by Sophie. And Elisa Homer scoring in the paint.
All right, I'm going to throw a stat at you here. 22 made baskets for the Clan, 17 assists.
Wow.
15 of the assists combined from Kett and Homer.
Isn't that a terrific stat? And that high percentage, when you start to see things up around the 75% mark, Z, in terms of those assist-to-made field goals, you go, wow, the ball is moving so well as we look at our replay here on Clan TV. Kett with a great feed in the post there. Right now the lead at 14 points with 2:20 left. The Clan, we'll say it, have not played their best here tonight, but when you can shoot the ball like that, you can reinvent yourself in so many ways. Here is Homer at the top of the three-point arc. The handoff to Roberts, feeding in the post. Tough one there. You got to credit number 25 of the Cavaliers, Bailey Cartwright, this time for making the adjustments inside on Rachel Fragile. The entry comes and Concordia taking possession.
And Kett, is looking for, would have been her 9th maybe assist, and obviously padding her lead atop the GNAC with being the assist leader there.
Yeah, Kett averaging 6.5, 7 assists a game, I think, already this season, doing a great job there. Nationally ranked in assists as well. There's a drive by Sarma. She's going to kick it back up top to Dean, to Smith for the 3, and she'll rattle it home. Brianna Smith, the junior out of San Francisco, California. Home run ball to Homer. She'll bring it back up top and reset the offense in the final 90 seconds of play. Clan right now with an 11-point lead. Fragile thought about a triple there. She's going to hand off to Alicia Roberts. Roberts with 5 triples. There's a medium ranger for Homer, and she's going to knock it down. And right now, struggling to get up. And I missed it, and she's checking her tooth right now. And can we get that number?
Yeah,
I believe that's Sarman, Keisha Sharman.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened, but she's slow to get up, and head coach from Concordia out on the floor now to make sure that this player's okay there. And
well, we'll take a look here on our Clan TV replay as Sarman comes off the floor. She took a pop in the chops at some point here. Oh, and actually against her own player.
Yeah, one of her players looked like
number
she went to
24,
go,
Smith.
set a screen and she ran into her own player, unfortunately.
So we hope she is doing okay as we get back to live action here. 1:12 remaining in a 13-point Clan lead. The ladies in white set to move a game over 500 in the GNAC. Great fadeaway shot on the baseline there. Concordia's got some talent. Boy, I'll tell you, they have some shooters on their team, and Sierra Dean and Aaron Higby have impressed us both here today. There's Beauchamp, another miss underneath. It's been amazing how many shots the Clan have missed underneath the basket tonight.
Yeah, you'd really think, you'd wonder what the score would be if they made some of those easy shots.
Boy, I'll tell you. Here's Dean going down the floor. This time a little bit of a jump stop, finish off the glass.
30-second timeout called by the Concordia University Cavaliers.
And a timeout called on the floor with 37.7 seconds left. And it's another chance to let you know about the Pink game. Hope you'll join us on Saturday. It's a doubleheader of Clan basketball here on Clan TV, starting at 5:15 with that Pink game. It's the women's basketball team's annual breast cancer fundraiser for research and awareness. And you'll join us here wearing pink at the West Gym as the Simon Fraser Clan take on Western Oregon. The start time 5:15. Western Oregon coming in with a 2-8 record, just like these Concordia Cavaliers. So a chance for the Clan to have a weekend sweep. Here's a pass to Vanessa G. The final 30 seconds of play now upon us.
Looks like the Clan came out of that play trying to practice a set play. Maybe they've tried in practice or something. Maybe an opportunity to try that out right now.
Oh, first basket of the game for Fiona Beals, and she goes to the basket to make it an 11-point game. 20 seconds left. The jumper there by Cartwright off the mark. And Ellen Kett with the basketball. Shot clock's turned off, and we're counting down from 10 seconds to a Clan victory here at the West Gym. The ladies returning from a 4-game road trip. And we'll be letting the crew and Clan TV know that we'll be having a brief post-game, but that is the final score, 69-58. We'll dissect the box score in just a few seconds here as Zahid Valley Hashem at courtside will produce that box score for us. A great victory here for Simon Fraser. I think they've got some ways to go to polish, but the final verdict 69-58, and the Clan, by virtue of that great three-point shooting game, are able to come through with a victory here, and the final box score will tell the story for the on Saturday for Western Oregon as we look at what they were able to accomplish. 9 of 14 from beyond the arc in the second half, 64.3%. You do that, you're going to win a lot of basketball games, and the Clan with a solid job. They really came on in the rebounding department as well. They out-rebound Concordia 42-31, 16 offensive boards for the Clan. And you look at those second chance points. The Clan outscored Concordia 13-6 in second chance points. I venture to say that could have been as the Clan pull away for a double-digit victory. Some of the numbers for the home team, 4 scores finishing in double figures. They'll be led by 25-6. If they had any kind of luck underneath the basket, they were missing so many in close hoops tonight, but a decisive, averaging 16 a game and scores 18 to lead the way. 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 3 triples and 5 of 12 overall, 18 points and 7 assists with no turnovers in 32 minutes for Elisa Homer. Very, very impressive, and you can count impressive as well in the other column for Ellen Kett, who's going to be handling the ball as the point guard on this team. She only sat for 3 minutes in this game, but she had 14 points and she had 8 assists with no turnovers. You know what?
That's a stat, like coaches, staff loves these smart decisions. 8-0 on the assist to turnover ratio, which is phenomenal. And that'll really, she had a great game. She shot, she only took 5 3-pointers, but shooting 60%, which is above her average. 8 assists, which is above her average, and 8-0 on the assist to turnover ratio.
Yeah.
Phenomenal, and only in all in 37 minutes.
Well, we've talked about Elisa Homer and Ellen Kett, but Alicia Roberts joins them when you've got a triumvirate like that. That's pretty impressive. And as you mentioned, Alicia Roberts hit 5 threes in this game. She really came alive when it mattered too.
She did, and some of those were key shots where they needed to kind of get that spark, or in her senior leadership. It's just phenomenal. And coincidentally, looking at the box score, all 3 guards 5 of 12 each from the floor, if you notice that.
Oh, there's some beautiful
Yeah.
basketball synchronicity
Yeah.
to 5 of 12 from 3 different players. You're right, Z. I love to see that. Homer, Kett, and Roberts, all 5 of 11 from the field. Fragile 6 of 13 to wrap up the top scores within that group. And Fragile had 14 points as well. We'll mention that. She was 6 of 13 with 9 rebounds. Samantha Beauchamp was 0 for 4 from the field, but she had 13 rebounds in this basketball game. And between Fragile and Beauchamp, 12 offensive boards.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously they rely on their 2 bigs, and they show that they can battle. And 12 offensive rebounds between the 2 of them is a great number. But as we talked about, it would have been nice to see some of those go back.
Oh, you bet.
0 for 4. Those are 4 of those were all probably putbacks that she could have had. So hopefully that's something that they can take from this game and work on in the big game coming up on Saturday night,
against Western Oregon. Our last one I'll ask you about, Z, is Sophie Swan. Limited minutes. Well, actually, she played 26 minutes. I shouldn't say that. She did score 5 points, but she had 8 rebounds. And so she joins in there, and she really gives them something in the absence of Meg Wilson. You want some warrior-type spirit in there.
And I really like the way that she played tonight. And you're right, she did play with that warrior-type spirit, coming in as a freshman and, obviously missing Meg Wilson and, being able to contribute to a team, as a freshman is just phenomenal. And she had a really good game tonight. I was really happy with the way she played. She averages 18 minutes a game, and she played 26. Someone who battled. She averages 3.5 rebounds a game, and she doubled that with 8.
Yeah.
So she really went in there, when they had some foul trouble with their bigs, and she had to spell, one of the bigs, and she played like a big, even though she's a little bit undersized. But she battled, and 8 rebounds with her size was quite an
That says
accomplishment.
something. You're right. To wrap up Concordia on their side, we should tell you they do start 3 freshmen, and Keisha Sharman, number 40, Bailey Cartwright, number 25, and check that Aaron Higbee, number 12. They're freshmen. This Concordia team is going to get a lot better in this GNAC league, and as we're being told to wrap up here by producer-engineer Gabriel Lynn, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. 69-58 is our final score. We'll be back again with you Saturday when the Western Oregon Wolves are in town. Note the early start time for the Pink game, 5:15. Howard Samura for Zahid Valley Haslam, for Steve Frost, and for Gabriel Lynn. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we'll join you again on Saturday.